What's up guys, Jimb here, and so I'm bringing you that tutorial that got 25 likes for the abstract logos that I uploaded. So all you want to do is go to Cinema 4D and go File, Merge, and just merge pretty much any clan AI file. I've got heaps of them here. I'm just going to do, say, Darth. So when you open it up, also you don't want to use a Lightroom when you're doing the modeling. I just use a plain file. So you just get to the logo. So just drag the logo in here, make it a bit smaller as well, and just kind of center it. So what you want to do firstly is go up to here, this little box, hold it down and click Extrude Nurbs, and then that pretty much, once you drag this Darth logo, make sure the arrow is pointing down, it makes it 3D. So then what you want to do after this is you can change the coordinates to make it longer, or give it more depth. I usually put this to about 3. Make sure it's on the Extrude Nurbs. Put the SZ to about 3, and sometimes it moves back, but this just got to move it with the arrow tool thingy. So yeah, and after that, what you want to do is get this little tool up here, and then click Tube. And what you want to do is put the RP where it says RP, change this to 90 degrees, and then just pretty much center it so the hole's right in the middle, about here. And then drag this forward as well, so it's like out there. I'm not sure this will work with the Darth logo, but it works with any logos with like smooth surfaces, because you can see here the Darth logo is pointy. It might not work that well, but it will work with DZ, Era, Phase, any of them other clans. So once you've turned it on, what you can do is, what I usually like to do is go to, I think it's Object, yep, change the inner radius to 175 on the tube, and then what I'll do is get this tool here and just resize it, click and drag in so it's just around the outside, and just drag that as well. You always got to look on all the sides to see if it's kind of equal and even. That's what I like to do. And just maybe size it back a bit, make it a bit smaller. So after you've done that, the modeling starts you can just do some effects. So if you go to the rotation segments, put it to 40, or you can do 52, whatever. Say if I did 40, or let's see, 20, let's see 20 for now. Enlarge so you can see the segments around here, and you put the cap segments to 3. That means it changes the segments here as well. So if you right click on the tube and go make editable, now you can edit this actual tube, and by going to the left side here and clicking the kind of side extrude tool thing, or select tool, and you just hold shift, you just keep clicking. That's what I will do it for every second one. You just hold shift, don't hold control when you're doing it. It's a lot different to Photoshop, so just hold shift and then just keep clicking every second one. And once you've done that, then the effects come in here, and you can right click, go to any of these. Matrix extrude is pretty cool. It kind of gives it like a spike sort of look. If you look here, so that gives it kind of a cool little effect. That's one effect that you can use. And also it's a good thing to put a fillet cap on the logo. So if you go to caps, fillet cap, and then end fillet cap as well. I put the radius to about 2 on both of them. So then you don't really need to do it. I don't think you can do it with the tube anyway. So once you've done that with the tube, what you can do is maybe drag the logo up a bit and to the right a bit, just get it equal in the middle. You can do another tube, and what I actually like to do, I put a disc in as well, and with the disc I rotate it. So with the coordinates RP, again you go to 90 degrees and just drag this in here, and when you're dragging it in, make sure it's inside the logo, and I'll show you that in a minute. It is, just resize it, and you want to make sure that this is in the actual kind of tube, right inside the tube. So that means you can not really see anything. So instead of being able to see through the Darth logo, it has something you can see behind. Oh, climb up. So now what you want to do is get your second tube. So if you go down to here again, you can just change the RP to 90, and this time you want to make this a bit bigger than the last tube. So by doing that, you resize up here, click and drag out, and you want to make the inner radius the same as it was before. Go to inner radius 175. You don't really need to change the outer radius. You can if you want, but maybe if I put to 215. And then you want to click back here with the move object tool and just kind of drag it over. And now if you put this so the Darth logo is in the middle, you can resize it again, and this is like another second tube that we have here. And just, yep, move out there. It's alright. So if we go to, like we did before, if you go to the object, put the rotation segments to 20, cap segments to 3 or 5, you can do every odd number, it works. And you can just go back to, or right click, make editable, make sure you do that, so now you can edit it. Click here, hold shift, and just click every second one. Just make sure you're holding shift. It doesn't deselect it when you move the image around like this either, which is good. So just keep holding shift and just clicking on these, and that's it. So now if you want to do something a bit different, you can go to right click and extrude, and this makes it go in or out like that. If you want to put it in a bit like that, then that's alright. So that's pretty much how you can make different kind of logos. And also what I like to do as well, once I've done with all this the modeling, I'll go to the top layer, hold shift and click on the Extrude Nurbs, or the bottom layer, then go Control C, and I'll paste it into a half decent Lightroom, which I'll just load up real quick. I'm not going to show the rendering because it takes a long time to render, so I'll just show you the final image as well of what the logo turned out like. So let's just get let's see, good ones in here. Oh, actually I'll just use the Supreme Lightroom. This is a Lightroom that I got given. It's a really good one. I use this pretty much for all the logos that I use and make. So let's just delete these, and what I'll do is go Control V and just zoom out a bit, and then just drag this up, and then just resize it again so it's pretty much in the light. You can see it's in the middle of here. And yep, let's drag it a bit to the right. Okay, there we go. So now pretty much you can just add materials as well if you want. And sorry I can't give this logo Lightroom out to anyone because a good friend, well, a friend of mine gave it over Skype, and it's just, yeah, it's a really good Lightroom, and he wasn't going to give it to me, but yeah. So add this materials here. You can just add them to anything pretty much, and just kind of change the colors around as well. So kind of like this. And what I will also do is I'll just put 3,000 on the logo. So if you put to say 10 pieces, put the height to 85, and the P to 45, and then leave that at 90. And if you break that, then it should have an effect. And also most Lightrooms have this little random poly effects, so if you drag this underneath, it should give it like a cracked kind of look. And they're pretty easy to make. I'll do a tutorial on them, a random effector, if you guys want them. So also you can just, let me just change the fall off. Let's just change that, and also you can drag these underneath as well, and that's pretty much how you make these logos. And just click on this if you want to render it, and most Lightrooms should already have the settings here saved for you. Just go to save, click here, save it to the desktop as whatever file you want it to call. I normally name mine like that. Just exit and then just render it out, and that's pretty much how to make the logo. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.